Boris Johnson has been warned any concession on the UK's rich fishing waters would mark a betrayal for Britain, as negotiations stall. The issue of fisheries has remained one of the main areas of divergence during talks so far, causing the EU's chief negotiator to warn a no-deal Brexit is now likely. Mr. Johnson has vowed to reclaim the UK's waters after years locked within the EU's common fisheries policy. Speaking to Express, Chief Executive of the Scottish Pelagic Fishermen's Association, Ian Gatt, claimed the UK has held firm during negotiations so far and must continue to do so. Mr. Gatt also claimed any continuation of the EU's continued access to British waters would be unacceptable. He said, "It would be betrayal if he backs down. They have told us he will secure a good fisheries agreement going forward. He knows that and he knows our red lines. To date, the UK has held firm during negotiations. They have said they will get a good deal on fisheries, and that is what we will work on." Although he insisted the Prime Minister must protect Britain's waters during negotiations, he also declared an agreement on the issue is preferable to a no-deal Brexit. Any agreement, however, must be based on the Norway model whereby the country negotiates quota shares and access to its waters with the EU on an annual basis. Mr. Barnier has so far declared this model would not be possible for the UK and EU to replicate. Indeed, speaking this week after emergency talks, Mr. Barnier declared the UK had not altered its stance during negotiations. State aid and fisheries have still not been resolved, something he attributed to the UK's intransigence. He added, "We are ready to make fair and constructive compromise but not at the detriment of the EU. I've shown clearly openness to find a compromise. If the UK doesn't move on the issues which are the key issues of the EU, the UK will take itself the risk of a no deal. The EU has set the end of October as the deadline for agreeing a deal. This is in order to give Brussels enough time for it to then be ratified by the EU 27.